Did you know that Microsoft makes over $800,000 every single minute? Yes, every single minute. That means by the time you finish this video, Microsoft will have earned more than $12 million. But here's the crazy part. It all started with two college dropouts, a cheap computer, and a dream that sounded impossible. This is the unbelievable story of how Microsoft went from a small idea in a garage to a global tech empire worth $3.82 trillion today. Stay till the end because the lessons from this story could literally change how you look at success, business, and innovation forever. Every empire starts with a crazy idea, but few ideas are as crazy as two teenagers believing they could change the computer world from a tiny garage. On 4 April 1975, two men, Bill Gates and Paul Allen, founded Microsoft. They were very young, passionate about computers and softwares. They saw a tiny personal computer called the Altair 8800 and thought, if we could make software for this machine, we could change things. They created an interpreter for the basic programming language that ran on that machine. Their early success gave them a launch pad. They formed the company Microsoft on 4 April 1975. The name combined micro, computer, and software. Later, it became Microsoft. Soon, they moved from Albuquerque, New Mexico to Redmond, Washington. They focused on one big idea: make software that runs on personal computers. They were not focusing to build hardware. The simplicity of their idea helped them act fast. From the start, their vision was broader than just one product. They wanted to create technology that changes how people work, play, and communicate. That early purpose planted the seeds of something much larger. These early years show us that a clear focus plus willingness to act, sometimes even before you know the full path, can set the stage for big things. One phone call changed everything, a deal that would make Microsoft the heart of every computer on earth. As the personal computer era progressed into 1980s and 1990s, Microsoft moved from small startup to one of the major players in technology. In 1981, Microsoft secured a major contract. They adapted an operating system, renamed it MS-DOS, Microsoft Disk Operating System, and used it with the IBM PC. This deal opened the door wide and gave Microsoft a major platform to build on. With MS-DOS running on a large number of PCs, Microsoft then introduced Windows. It was a graphical user interface that made computers easier to use. Windows 3.0, released around 1990s, rapidly gained traction. By the early 1990s, most PCs were running Microsoft's operating system. That dominance gave them a strong base. Simultaneously, Microsoft built a productivity software suite, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and others. These tools became standard in offices and homes. They responded to what users were doing: writing documents, doing calculations, making presentations. In effect, Microsoft not only ran the operating system, it also provided the software people used every day. The mid-1990s brought Windows 95, an important milestone. It combined ease of use with power, and it made the PC even more accessible for everyday people. Microsoft's revenue jumped, its reach expanded globally, and the company became synonymous with personal computing. So this chapter shows how Microsoft scaled from niche software to core infrastructure for PCs and productivity worldwide. It built a strong foundation of software, user distribution, and global presence. That combination made it hard for many competitors to overtake. Success is sweet until the world turns against you. Microsoft was about to face its biggest storm, but growth doesn't always guarantee smooth sailing. As digital technology advanced, new platforms emerged: mobile phones, web browsers, cloud computing. Microsoft faced several significant challenges, and it needed to shift its strategy to stay ahead. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, Microsoft faced antitrust scrutiny. Its dominance in operating systems and building out products like Internet Explorer with Windows drew legal challenges in the US and European Union. These events signaled that dominance might bring not only reward but also responsibility and regulatory pressure. Meanwhile, the mobile computing wave started. Microsoft tried to play in mobile phones, devices, and other hardware, but in many of these areas, it didn't dominate. Its strength had been PCs. The world was shifting. For example, smartphone platforms rose rapidly. Microsoft had to adapt. The major shift came under the leadership of Satya Nadella, who became CEO in 2014. Under his leadership, Microsoft pivoted from being primarily a Windows-first company to becoming a cloud and mobile-first company, and then one that looks forward to AI services and platforms. The cloud business, with Microsoft Azure as a major pillar, grew rapidly. Microsoft expanded into infrastructure, services, and supporting enterprise customers rather than just selling boxed software. At that same time, Microsoft made significant acquisitions like LinkedIn, GitHub, and the massive Activision Blizzard deal to broaden its ecosystem. One key takeaway from this chapter: even dominant companies must reinvent themselves. Technologies, customer behaviors, and market changes. Microsoft's success in this era showed that adaptation and forward thinking matter. Everyone thought Microsoft was done, but one new leader, one new vision changed everything. What makes Microsoft succeed for nearly 50 years while others fade away? The secret lies in its DNA. When we ask, why has Microsoft succeeded where many others struggle? What gives it the staying power? Here are few core elements: mission and purpose. Microsoft's mission was to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. This gives it a sense of purpose beyond profits. This helps guide long-term decisions rather than just chasing the next product. Platform and ecosystem thinking. Microsoft didn't just build one product, it built a stack. Operating systems, productivity software, cloud services, devices, and gaming. These pieces of work together and create network effects. For example, Office plus Windows plus Azure. Because of this, whenever one part grows, others benefit. Global scale and reach. From Early on, Microsoft expanded internationally. Their global presence gave it an edge in reaching new markets and scaling operations. Continuous innovation and acquisition. Microsoft invests in research, development, and when needed, strategic acquisitions. Microsoft also started acquiring powerful platforms like LinkedIn in 2016 for $26 billion, GitHub in 2018 for $7.5 billion. The Activision Blizzard acquisition in 2023 around $75 billion shows its ambition in gaming and entertainment. Also, its push into AI and quantum computing show it is looking ahead. Under Satya Nadella, Microsoft shifted its culture from know it all to learn it all. Their cultural change encourages experimentation, growth mindset, and agility. Microsoft has shown that staying static in tech is dangerous. Evolving is essential. Because of these factors, Microsoft doesn't just ride one wave, it ensures it is part of the next wave too. That is what makes it stand out. Let's bring it all together. What does the story of Microsoft mean for you, and what has been its broader impact on business, society, and technology? Lessons for you start with vision. Gates and Allen didn't know everything, but they had a strong idea and were willing to act. You can start with a clear idea and build from there. Build platforms, not just one product. Microsoft's success came from creating a system, software that connects, scales, and accommodates others. When you create something, think, how will this fit into a bigger picture? Be ready to pivot. The world changes fast. Microsoft shifted from PC software to cloud to AI. If you stick rigidly, you may get left behind. Purpose matters. A mission helps guide your decisions and keeps you anchored when things get tough. Never fear failure. Microsoft didn't win in every area. For example, mobile devices, but they learned, adapted, refocused. Failures can teach you. Microsoft played a huge role in making the personal computer mainstream. Windows and Office became global standards. It helped drive productivity around the world. Students, professionals, organizations all use Microsoft tools. In the enterprise and cloud space, Microsoft Azure supports businesses globally, powering everything from startups to large enterprises. This shift to cloud has enabled new business models, flexible work, remote collaborations. In gaming and entertainment, Microsoft moved into consoles, Xbox, gaming services, and big acquisitions like Activision Blizzard shape how people play and interact. In technology, Microsoft invests in AI and quantum computing. Its announcements, for example, about Copilot AI quantum efforts, show it is playing for the long game. In society, Microsoft's story shows that technology can create jobs, change skills, enable people globally. When a company grows like this, it touches education, business, everyday life. So, when you open a document with Microsoft Office, launch a PC with Windows, use a cloud service on Azure, collaboration online, think about how this giant company's journey made that possible. Think about how ideas, growth, adaptation, purpose all play together. From two friends in a small room to one of the world's largest tech companies, From basic on a hobby computer to platforms that power businesses, gamers, and cloud services. That is the story of Microsoft. Their journey reminds us great ideas plus action, scaling with purpose, adapting to change. That's how you build lasting impact. Thanks for watching this video. Stay curious, stay bold, and I'll see you in the next video. If this story of Microsoft resonated with you, hit the like and share and subscribe button. Drop a comment below which part of Microsoft's journey surprised you the most. If you want to know how Jeff Bezos made Amazon a $2.30 trillion company, please click here. Awais Ahmed signing off.